Hi, my name is Ruth Hampden. I'm the Network Engagement Manager at Interise, and I'm so glad to connect with you today, Audra, as one of our valued Interise alumni, but also an upcoming speaker at our conference, SolveIt 2024, taking place in Chicago this May. We're so excited to have you. So could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Audra Ladd. I'm a co-director at the Urban Manufacturing Alliance. We're a national nonprofit that believes that manufacturing is a pathway to economic mobility. I also lead our capital work there and our policy work. And I'm based out of Nashville, Tennessee. We're a remote organization. So I am really excited to be in Chicago in May for SolveIt.
Awesome. Okay, you wear a lot of different hats. Can you tell us a little bit about your business? How did you get started?
So my background is actually in economic development and planning. So before joining the Urban Manufacturing Alliance, I was actually running the city's economic and community development office, which includes running the Foreign Trade Zone and the Industrial Development Board. Just really passionate about trying to do equitable economic development and the challenges that pose in the city environment, but really in all environments. And at the same time, I've always had a small business. So I'm a potter and a weaver, and I've always had a small batch handmade craft business. And I really saw how difficult it was to scale that business. And so that was sort of always centered to my world and my view as I was at the in economic development circles, and really feeling like products, particularly artisan-based products, were a bit invisible or underappreciated in terms of what they contribute to the economy, to the culture of a community. So that really led me to want to come to the Urban Manufacturing Alliance as in a leadership role, to highlight how small and medium-sized manufacturers, artisan or not, are incredibly essential to our economy, and how, because they're not, let's say in the traditional economic circles, they often get overlooked for incentives, for capital, for different visibility. They have a difficulty entering the procurement system. So it really was just a passion of mine, and that's how I ended up marrying sort of product-based, focus on product-based businesses in manufacturers, small and mid-sized particular, and capital.
Okay.
Did that help?
Yes, thank you. I can see multiple ways that you intersect with Interise then, as a small business owner yourself looking to scale at some point, but also like in the work that you're doing at the Alliance. So can you tell us about your experience with Interise in general?
Yeah, so I was first introduced through Interise when I was at the city, through different programs and meeting folks with the entrepreneurial support programs. And then my colleague that I work with now actually worked for Interise as well, doing cohort management. And so I'm familiar with the mission and the modes and the outcomes. And just it really maps into our passion and our centering racial equity at the Urban Manufacturing Alliance. I think when we think about who in this country are starting businesses, are growing businesses, it is people of color, women, LGBTQ folks, and those are the ones that have the most barriers, particularly with capital, but also with some other accessing of information and knowledge. And so for me, it was important that we partner with organizations that really understand the challenges and that can see, all of the opportunity that's not being seen because of historical barriers that still exist today.
Yeah, that speaks right to the heartbeat of the conference and of what we do. So you were selected from a highly competitive pool to present at SolveIt 2024 as a small business track breakout speaker. Can you give us a sneak preview? What can people expect from the session?
Yeah, so my session is really about understanding, starting with the end in mind. A lot of people have a business plan or a marketing plan, but they don't have an exit plan. So, and as a maker, I totally feel this, because what we want to do is we want to make things, and we want to make beautiful, well-constructed things and sell them. And it's not often like, to what end? And so the workshop that I'll be talking to folks on is what are the important things to think about as you're growing the business now, depending on how you want to exit. What are your goals for exiting? And most importantly, if something were to happen to you or a key employee now, making sure you have pieces in place to make sure your business continues without disruption. It's incredible that, you know, we all have a will, or we should, but we all have a plan for our personal, but we often don't have a plan for our business. And that is what I really want to hone in on. And we'll get to some technical aspects of what, you know, how capital plays in, or how you can really understand how external people value or put valuations on what you do. But it's really about making sure your legacy of what you're developing as a business actually comes true. And this pretty simple pieces you can put in place to make sure that happens.
Wow, awesome. Is there a name for that talk, or is that in progress?
I think it's still in progress.
Okay.
So I don't have that yet.
No worries. Awesome.
I can tell you the working title.
Yeah.
It's called Building a Legacy Business, Exploring Future Ownership Options. Mm-hmm. So we will get into as well sort of the ways to think about how to cultivate future owners of your business for when you are ready to sell, or when you must sell.
Okay, that's so good. I'm excited to hear all of that. What are you most looking forward to about attending and about speaking at Interise's SolveIt 2024 convening?
Yeah, there's two pieces to that. So attending, I was just so thankful to be chosen as a speaker, and looking at the lineup of talks, I wish I could replicate myself and take all of the workshops. There's some folks there that I'm really excited to just meet in person and spend some human-to-human time with, either because I haven't seen them in a long time, or because I don't know them at all and want to, introduce myself. And really there's just something about being in person with a group that shares values, that has an energy and excitement about the future that you just can't get. So that's it for that. And then as a speaker, I am just really excited to share this information and to make it not intimidating, to make it just a part of planning, and to really see, to test out and to hear from folks what their fears, reservations are around this, and also what they're experiencing in terms of barriers to being able to develop a plan, or to be able to transition their business in real time in the way that they want.
Yeah, well, I'm not a speaker, but on the attendee side, I share that excitement with you. We are, everyone at Interise is very passionate, very dedicated to the mission, but we're a fully remote company. So there's nothing like being able to gather in person with so many of our partners and like-minded people in the business world. So I'm excited about that too. And we'll meet in person there too.
Good, I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yes, same here. What would you tell other small business owners who may be considering attending SolveIt 2024?
Well, I would first just say go look at the amazing content that is there, and know that it's going to be a good time. There's plenty of conferences that have compelling workshops and content, but that may not be as fun. And I think that this conference is going to do both really well. And again, for business owners, it's extremely difficult to take time away from your business, but some of the best connections are made through these types of places. And so I'd say both for a very practical purpose of networking, and also just for a very human, emotional purpose of connecting, should go. Chicago, yeah.
Yes. Is there anything else that you'd like to share that I haven't asked that you want to share with us?
Just that the Urban Manufacturing Alliance is, I run our capital program, but we also have a very, we do inclusive workforce work. And I just want to acknowledge that that's also a really big topic for folks. And I just want to say, if you're coming to SolveIt, come see me. I'd love to meet you, and we can talk about capital, growing your business, workforce challenges, and anything else, particularly product-based businesses or businesses in the manufacturing supply chain. I know how important you are to our economy, and we want to be able to help you. And so I'd love to connect.
Thank you so much, Audra. I appreciate you sharing your story and your experiences with us and what you're excited about for the conference. Small business owners and advocates like you really enrich our network and amplify our impact on communities. So thank you for making the time for this meeting and for being a part of our outstanding network. And we'll see you in Chicago.
Yeah, thank you. Looking forward to it.